Jonny Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Well, hello. Good morning. It's just about 7 o'clock. Welcome to it. It's a rainy day today.
Good day to sleep in. Should we sleep in?
Yep.
Okay. I was woken up by the lightning. I don't know about you.
I was not.
Really?
No. I'm a pretty heavy sleeper.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not woken up by the lightning, but once I did wake up, I was like, ooh, this get rumbly out there.
Yeah.
My dog got woken up.
Uh-oh.
And then he jumped off the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like, I'm scared. I got to pee. So today we are dealing with some rain and some storms. High 54 later on tonight. We're looking at cloudy skies and a low down to 35. Lots to get here to this morning. We've got Sarah from Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber we'll be chatting with here in the next about 10, 15 minutes. Right now, let's find out what's happening. Wait, you have something for me?
No, I was just going to mention that if people want to get onto the live stream, we've got it live up there right now.
Oh.
I was also stalling for time.
Oh, okay.
But we're good.
Well, you don't need to. Oh, did you need some time?
I did.
What do you got going on?
No, I'm all done now.
Okay.
I had to reboot something.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
right. Computer thing.
All right. So everything's good now?
I think so.
Do you need to test it?
I'm not sure.
All right.
I think it's fine.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what other tap dancing comes across.
Let's find out what's happening in the news now. It's time for news. I was stalling.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Some of the local news that we're following today, good news story. We love this kind of news story. A missing 3-year-old boy has been found safe in Van Buren County. The Van Buren County Sheriff's Department says deputies were called to a home in the 2000 block of 68th Street in Geneva Township on Monday on a report of a missing boy. Apparently, he pried open the window, left on foot. The child was last seen wearing a diaper and just took off into the wilderness there. Van Buren County Sheriff Dan Abbott was first on scene. He requested a canine track and drones to assist in the search. The dog Kuno started finding the track. It led him to a footprint just northwest of the home. They tracked him to an area that had a body of water. And so they were pretty afraid at that point. But they did find him about 50 yards away from the water in good health with only minor scratches. They returned the boy to his family. Sheriff's Department says this is the 5th child that canine Kuno and his handler, Deputy Calhoun, have found.
Great job, Kuno.
That's great work. Starting this week, City of Hartford has a new city manager. Nicole Brown has been hired for the position. Effective this Wednesday, Brown comes to Hartford from the city of St. Joseph, where she was director of City Housing Commission. In her role with the commission, she was responsible for securing grants, managing the commission and its employees, and planning the budget and capital improvements. Prior to working for St. Joseph's Housing Commission, Brown was the Community and Economic Development Director for the city of Benton Harbor. Now, Brown will host a meet and greet with Hartford residents at City Hall next Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. for people to get to know her. Hartford Mayor Richard Hall says Brown's knowledge and experience will be a great addition to the city. Berrien County Treasurer Shelley Wyke is holding meetings around the county in the coming weeks to tell people about the property tax payment plans offered by her office. Wyke tells us when a property owner is in danger of foreclosure due to unpaid taxes, she'll work with them to arrange monthly payments to get them back on track. She says it makes more sense for her office and the county.
It still keeps tax money coming in. It beats foreclosing on the property, and plus it keeps the people in their homes.
Around 600 property owners in Berrien County are currently on payment plans. Wyke says what each payment plan looks like depends on the situation.
I try to work with their financial situation. I want it doable for them just so they can continue making the monthly payment so they don't get into a worse situation than they're already in.
Wyke has been touring the county this year, holding workshops in different communities so people can come by and find out more about payment plans. The next event will be Wednesday at Benton Harbor City Hall from 1 to 3 p.m. Wyke will also be at the Niles Township Hall on March 13th, Benton Township Hall on March 20th, and the Buchanan City Hall on March 27th. All those dates include office hours from 1 to 3 p.m., and the public is welcome to stop by.
All right.
And finally, the Krasl Art Center in St. Joseph, busy making preparations for a celebration of life for artist Richard Hunt. Krasl director Tammy Favre tells us the Chicago-based Hunt opened his Benton Harbor studio in 1995 and had a working relationship creating pieces for the Krasl from then on.
We wanted to have a local celebration here in our community of Benton Harbor and St. Joseph to just pay homage and to talk about and share our memories of this really fantastic sculptor who, even though he was based in Chicago, had a long-standing place in our community as well.
Major examples of Hunt's local work are the 50-foot sculpture and UCs that rises from the South Pier of Silver Beach County Park, as well as Rising Crossing Tides, a sculpture on the Krasl grounds commissioned in 2018. Favre says everyone is invited to the Hunt Benton Harbor studio on Territorial Drive, April 6th from 4:30 to 7 for the celebration of Hunt and the impact he had on the community.
We will be sharing archival photographs and video footage and some ephemera related to his career. So we have video footage of the dedication and the installation of NGCs back from 2002. We have video footage of Richard speaking and through a variety of interviews over the years.
Hunt donated his Benton Harbor studio to the Krasl last year. Favre says a master plan consultancy group has been engaged to come up with a plan for that space in the Benton Harbor Arts District. The Krasl will officially assume operations of the studio in April of next year. In the meantime, she says Hunt's legacy will be honored at the April 6th celebration.
All right.
Yeah, in the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Sports on the way here in just a moment. Also catch you up with what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. 5 people on board a single engine.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Bill. Good morning to Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Bill.
And good morning to Jeff. And good morning to Bill. So everybody's having a great start to the morning. I am watching us right now on my phone.
How do we look?
I mean, I look great. I'm kidding. We both look great. Rainy day, dealing with that rain pretty much throughout the day. Yeah, the lightning, it was intense. Not only was it a big flash, but also some big rumbles as well.
Yeah.
I was sitting and getting ready at my house and was just like big flash and not like so much that it would shake my house.
Yeah.
But enough that it was crackling and making some big noise.
Yeah, good stuff.
Quite a few people watching here this morning.
Sweet. Love to see you. Thanks for joining us. Anything you think we should be talking about, let us know.
Speaking of big storms, I guess they say, according to the Atlantic, looking at the Atlantic hurricane season, and the weather services and all that are saying this hurricane season predicted to be really, really horrible.
I knew you were going to say that.
Horrible. Yeah, Florida's chief storm watchers predict warmer water temperatures in the Atlantic between Mexico and Africa, where hurricanes develop. And they say that this could mean lots of brutal storms this summer. Then there's the La Nina, colder weather pattern near the equator that makes everything topsy-turvy as it makes its way up the Atlantic Ocean.
You ever take a look at the big weather map in that area between Africa and Mexico? Just during
just
hurricane
see how
season,
things kind of swirl around.
Yeah, I mean you can see the hurricanes starting to form, and it's like a train where each car is a different storm system.
Yeah.
And some of them develop into the hurricanes and cause lots of problems, and others don't. It's fun. It's fascinating to watch.
Sure.
You don't want to see them.
Don't want to be in it. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're a weather person.
Right.
And then you have to poise like this.
You've got to.
It's really windy out here.
Got to do the lean. Yeah. I always love those because then some other random person walks behind them. It's like, do, walking their dog. What are you doing, Jim Cantori?
You see JetBlue Airways and Spirit Airlines are scrapping their plan to get together.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
It was going to be a $3.8 billion merger, but they scrapped it. Low-cost carriers saying there was no path forward after a U.S. judge blocked the deal in January based on anti-competition concerns. A successful deal would have created the 5th largest carrier in the United States, potentially insured Spirit's survival, as it is currently burning through cash and struggling to make a profit because it has a lot of debt. But apparently, because of the judge's decision, they don't see it going forward. The Biden administration did not like this. They said it was going to tie up competition and be bad for consumers, although consumers are suffering increasing prices anyway.
Right.
I don't know what they were worried about, but this probably spells the end for one of those two airlines.
They also said that same sort of thing that, speaking of mergers and acquisitions,
M&A.
The Kroger Albertson thing.
Yeah, that's done.
That got poo-pooed.
Yeah.
Because they were like, nah, that's too big of grocery stores, too big ones going together. That would not be good for the consumer.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because
I've never been to an Albertsons.
Oh, they're great.
Is that more south?
West.
Okay.
Yeah, more west. I think they're based in Boise. I think that's right.
I've always wanted to own a Piggly Wiggly.
That'd be fun.
Piggly Wigglies are great.
Yeah. I've only been in one once.
Yeah, there's Piggly Wiggly, and I cannot remember. My brother, they have Piggly Wiggly down in North Kakalaki.
Yeah,
where he lives. There's Piggly Wiggly, and then there's another grocery store chain. There's Publix. I do like Publix, but then there's another one that is near his house that's really nice.
I grew up with Gordon's, Aikens, Safeway. Ooh. Aikens was a family deal.
Oh,
yeah, and I think there was an Albertson somewhere around there.
Okay,
but I enjoy Meijer.
Harris Teeter. That's a good one.
Harris Teeter was a good one.
Also, Food Lion. When I lived out east, there was Food Lion. That's a fun one.
Harris Teeter reminds me of Whole Foods or vice versa.
Yeah.
Because you get the higher end stuff. You can pay a lot for stuff there.
Oh, yeah. But then you can also get some of the, the basic stuff for a decent price. But all right. Getting back to it here.
Okay.
With Women Heart.
Cloudy skies with scattered showers and thunderstorms for the first half of the day. We'll see the rain taper off after lunchtime with just cloudy skies. Temperatures will be in the 40s all day. Tonight we drop down to 35 with mostly cloudy skies. And then for Wednesday, we're back to some sunshine, a mix of the sun and clouds, and a high of 53. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
Hey, it's Fred Upton, and you're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
And Fred, if you're out there,
yeah, man,
we'd love to talk to you this week about no labels. I'll send you a note.
Yeah, because he said the last time we talked with, or multiple times when we talked to him, because we kept asking, okay, you keep saying Republican president nominee, and then they would have a Democrat vice president nominee. Who are they going to be? Who's your possible people? And they said sometime after Super Tuesday, see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Then we'll make some sort of announcement.
Yeah.
So, Fred, we know you listen to this fine award-winning program. He's probably just like when he was coming here the other day.
He's yelling at the radio right now.
The other day when he was pulling into the parking lot, we're like, is that Fred? Is that Fred right there? Is he right there? So yeah, we'll definitely catch up with him probably maybe even as soon as later this week.
Yeah.
So you had something about groceries that you wanted to talk about? Because we do have Sarah that we will get on the phone here in just a moment from the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. But while I'm doing that, what do you got for me?
Well, there are a couple different grocery stories. One was Whole Foods. They now plan to open, and this seems to be a trend of the big box stores transforming themselves to be the smaller box stores. So Whole Foods grocery chain plans to open new small format stores in urban areas as it looks to tap into a new segment. The new mini stores will be called Whole Foods Market Daily Shop, and they'll range in size between 7,000 and 14,000 square feet versus what the average Whole Foods store size is right now, which is about 40,000 square feet.
They missed a huge opportunity here.
All right, do tell.
Whole Foods.
Half foods.
Half foods. Yeah, exactly.
Quarter foods.
Quarter foods, mini foods, bite-sized foods. Like, why would you do the whole? Well, I don't even remember what the name was because it was so long. The Whole Foods Little Market.
Whole Foods Market Daily Shop. Daily Shop, because you go there on a daily basis and spend a lot of your daily cash. Whole Foods Market Daily Shop will not have salad bars. They won't have meat counters, which I'll miss greatly, or not. But they will feature many of the same products as the normal Whole Food stores, including fresh produce, frozen food. The first Whole Foods Daily Shop is going to be on the Upper East Side in Manhattan.
Ooh.
So it's going to be fancy.
Whatever happened, because Whole Foods is owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to those grocery stores where you just walk right in, you grab the stuff that you need, and you walk right out because it's all connected to your Prime account?
I wonder if they had issues with those, because I haven't seen an expansion note about that.
They still exist, because I know they tried them out in some, in Seattle and in some other major cities to test out.
I mean, they say the mini stores are going to have the cashiers, the self-checkout stations, and the Amazon One Palm payment service. I don't see anything about hey, we just taken it off the, we're seeing you, we're taking it.
Palm payment. That's
the
crazy.
Palm payment.
Do I have to give blood then?
That's only the introductory offer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But and then do you have a grocery thing, or do we want to talk to Sarah first?
We'll talk to Sarah
All
first.
right.
Sarah, you on the phone? Do I have you?
Is she on the line?
Are you on the line? No, I had her for
Sarah.
a second. Thought I had her for a second.
Maybe it was her voicemail. Tell her to get on the StreamYard.
I will. Let me go call her. We'll talk to her in a second.
Okay.
I thought I had her on the line, but maybe she's not there right now.
Okay.
So we'll get to Sarah in just a moment. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
At Sturgis Bank, it's our people that make the difference. Meet Larry Morrow, Vice President and Mortgage Lender for the St. Joseph Benton Harbor area.
I grew up in community banking, and some of the original folks I started with over 30 years ago has come full circle, and now we're working together at Sturgis, and it's been amazing. In my portfolio and the types of loans I do, I have the ability to do construction loans. Probably in my career, I've done over 300 construction loans, helped many fefamilies. I've done conventional loans, investment property loans, rural development loans. I have one customer that I helped with, I believe, in 1992 in the Fairplain area, near St. Joe. Since then, they've done 4 more mortgages, and they've been a customer of mine for probably 30 years, and they've been able to stay with me this whole time. In my opinion, that's a great story.
Sturgis Bank. Let's grow home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
After your farm-to-table breakfast or lunch, you can now take a piece of the Mason Jar Cafe home with you. Stop by the new retail space featuring Mason Jar gear like t-shirts and hoodies, beer and wine, and great restaurant favorites like soups and jams. And don't forget, you can order great food, sides, beverages, desserts, and more anytime online at masonjarmenu.com. The Mason Jar Cafe, 210 Water Street, in the heart of the Benton Harbor Arts District. Local, organic, farm fresh.
At Belke Heating and AC, we're committed to your comfort and to helping you save money. This is John Nedaba from Belke. This month, when you buy one of our high-efficiency heating and air conditioning systems, we'll give you a free 5-year service plan. That's free system maintenance for 5 years. Our service includes a thorough seasonal cleaning, tune-up, and safety check. It will extend the life of your system and help you avoid costly and inconvenient breakdowns. Your heating and AC will run more efficiently, helping you save on energy bills. And regular maintenance will help maintain your system warranty. Plus, if you have any problems with your heating or AC, we'll come take a look at no charge. And if you do need a repair, you'll save 15%. Call Belke this month. Save with a new heating and AC system and get total peace of mind for 5 years. Call 269-429-9261.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
I'm blaming it on the lightning.
Here, wait a second. Here we go.
Blaming it on the lightning.
Here we go. We're going to start over. Here we go. Here we go. Sarah, you're there?
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Johnny, you're there?
I'm here.
I can hear Sarah.
I can hear Sarah.
Okay. It feels like a bad Verizon wireless. You know,
Yeah.
the old school. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm like, yeah.
When you're pushing
That's
1,000
happened.
buttons over here,
Sarah was there.
you
Sarah, we
look
apologize.
away. Look away for 1 second.
The aircraft
This is what I
carrier is
get.
having rough waves.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
Good
Are
morning,
you
Sarah.
caffeinated yet this morning, Johnny?
No. No, I didn't go. I think it's because at 7:00 you said we can go back to bed
Oh,
because
that's
it's
right.
good stormy weather.
I
So
did say that.
I'm actually asleep right now.
I'll take that.
So, Sarah, how you been?
Good. Have you been?
Good. We want to catch up on some things because we haven't talked in a couple weeks. What's been going on lately over at the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber?
A lot. We have a lot of really big upcoming things happening. We just announced the sponsorships and golfer registration for both our second annual Wine and Nine female exclusive golf outing happening on May 31st.
Nice.
At Pipestone Creek. It is officially on sale, as well as our 64th, not our 70th, they're our 64th annual Chamber Golf outing on a Monday, July 15th at Lake Michigan. Hills is officially on sale as well for sponsorships and for golfer registration. So the warm weather this last weekend, that definitely has us thinking ahead, but we have a lot of really cool things happening before then. We've got an open house next week with Bereaves and Associates inside the Box Factory for the Arts. They're on the 3rd floor there. So it's an opportunity to not only show us their office space, but also meet some of their new staff and also meet some of their suite mates. They've got a really cool mix of individuals who are located inside their suites that you can connect with directly and chat with everything from IT management services to, of course, Deb Bereaves and her amazing team, which specializes in mediation and divorce done different. David Peterson, who's a trial attorney with insurance and appeals. John Bereaves, a board-certified clinical psychologist. Reed, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the rest of these because I can't. Who is family trial attorneys and Smitanka Law Group, who does multiple employment litigation services. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's next Wednesday, the 13th, from 4 until 7. A chance for you just to pop into the space, chat with them, and enjoy some delicious food and some beverages.
Very nice. Those are always fun events when you can just pop in and you don't have to register ahead of time. You can just can show up in a disguise if you want and see some people.
Are you going to show up in a disguise, Johnny? Is that how you're attacking?
I've been to every single one of your events, Sarah, and you've never noticed. Yeah.
Good job.
I'm that good. I'm that good at disguises.
Well, then I hope for sure I will be on the lookout for you the very next day, which is March 14th, otherwise known as Pie Day, as our next gen young professionals head to Watermark Brewing Company for their tap room. They'll be inside the tap room with, of course, pints and pie.
Ooh.
It's Pie Day, so you got to have pie. So they'll be heading there. It's going to be a fun day for multiple reasons. They'll be there from 4:30 until 6-ish. They're going to have some fun games available for everybody to play, of course, some delicious pie. And then they're encouraging everybody to head over to Watermark Solarium for the 1-year anniversary of their White Elephant Bingo Extravaganza. And if you've never had bingo at Watermark, you are definitely missing out on a lot of fun. And I would highly encourage you to go and check it out because it is a blast.
Is that something you got to register ahead of time for?
No.
Okay.
So you are welcome to just pop in for it, but just know that the bingo does fill up really, really quickly. So if you want to grab a slice of pie, you want to grab a beverage, sit for a little bit, and then head over there to get in line, by all means, you are welcome to do so because that's their bingo is like such a huge success and everyone loves it that it does fill up very, very fast.
Why is their bingo so successful? What are they doing? What's their secret?
They've got Juice, Alex Gallert, Mullet Man, and Mikey G. Like just the three of them right there make it like just incredible success alone. But it's all part of the Watermark brand. You know, they're fun, they are energetic, and they're not afraid to take chances on stuff. And that's exactly what their bingo nights are.
Wonderful. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is you got any other great events coming up?
Oh my gosh, we have so many of them. We've got Business After Hours, the 50th anniversary celebration with Region 4 Area Agency on Aging a little bit later in the month on the 21st. The Present Pillars Foundation, they're ribbon cutting for the Pillar Center on the 22nd. Of course, Chamber Chats and Chamber 101, and then we are gearing up. I've got a couple of more events coming up in April, like the hole-in-one contest with the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, and of course our community fun day that'll be happening the Wednesday of Champ Week, which is May 22nd. But there's a lot of other things on the website. You can get more details by heading there, smrchamber.com.
Wonderful. Always good to talk with you, Sarah, and catch up on all the great things that are going on at the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. I promise I'll do better next time.
Yeah, thanks. I would appreciate it.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again here soon.
All right, sounds good. Bye, guys.
Your Bloomberg Market Minute is coming up here next. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
If you can click your heels together like Dorothy and say there's no place like Rome or Paris or London instead of no place like home, you'd likely be very happy. Well, my friends at South Bend International Airport open every visit to their website with a promise: happy starts here. Instead of clicking your heels, click your mouse and begin plotting your journey to any of those great places, or simply a trip to Vegas, the Big Apple, or hundreds of...
All right. Too many dang buttons. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Power through. How's everybody's day going?
Fantastic.
Pushing buttons. Should have you push the buttons while I take care of the video stuff.
Or I can take care of the video stuff. Either or.
All right. We'll figure it out.
I think we need to ask for new chairs, though.
We need a whole production team.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like a redo?
Yeah.
We could do that. Is Fred still on Howard Stern?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say we could use him.
No, they've got the trio still intact. Well, actually, the quartet. So you got
who's the fourth?
You've got Gary.
Oh,
he's the producer.
Really, no,
your producer is very important. He's the one that sets all the
Baba Booey.
Sets everything up. Yeah, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Which actually, I was watching golf this weekend. It was, I can't remember what the tournament was, but it was a golf tournament, and guy's about to tee off. He tees off, and as soon as he hits the ball, I hear Baba Booey.
Why is that funny?
I have no idea.
You know, I'm sure they had it before, but we're probably going to get it again when the KitchenAid Senior PGA is here.
Yeah. I'm sure there will be at least some person that'll say Baba Booey.
I wonder if we could be the Baba Booey chasers. You know how they have storm chasers with the special equipment and everything? Maybe we could do that.
We'll look into that.
Okay.
We'll get
shotgun mics,
a research team on it.
Little plexiglass directionals.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
I do enjoy watching the golf on the TV. I can't remember what tournament it was. It was some random PGA tournament that they had in a much warmer place. But I love the tracker, like seeing the ball get hit, and they've got a whole tracker to where its pathway is, and it's like, ooh, that's a nice shot.
I do like that.
Yeah, because you have no clue. Once the ball's hit off the tee, if you didn't have that tracker, you're just like, cool. Good shot. You go by the reaction of the player.
I still applaud the camera people.
Yeah,
who have to track that thing.
Yeah, because imagine being the people on the fairway once the ball hits the ground, because it's instantaneous. You know, once that tee shot happens, they've got somebody down there to track where it went.
Yeah.
So yeah, those camera guys for sporting events would be a fun gig.
I heard from Fred.
All right, hang on.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, it's almost 7:30.
Hello.
You said you heard from somebody?
Oh, I heard from Fred.
What did he say?
Well, obviously that we won another award.
Oh, okay.
No.
The proclamation?
Yeah, No Labels has a delegate Zoom conference coming up Friday.
Okay.
To discuss the path forward with the finality of a ticket.
Mm.
So we'll see what happens with that. And based on what happens there, they'll have some sort of decision on how they're going to move forward as maybe as early as next week. So I put out the offer that, if he wants to come on, talk with us about no labels and how they're going to go forward. Because today is Super Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So 16 states plus America Samoa, they're voting in the presidential election. It's about a third of the delegates for the nominations for each party's presidential candidate. Their no labels is on 16 state ballots so far. They're in play with another 17. And, every time I talk to Fred, they are ahead of where Ross Perot was back when he played the spoiler.
They're trying to get on all 50, right?
Oh, yeah.
All 50 states.
Oh, yeah. You need that.
And if they can get America Samoa, that's a win.
I would like to be our correspondent for America Samoa. Could we find it in the budget?
That would be great
to go out there and cover the results
and just being like an election reporter there. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, why not?
We're dealing with some rain today. 60% chance for some rain and storms. High 54. Later tonight, we're looking at cloudy skies, low down to 35.
If I'm going to get there to America Samoa today, probably need to leave soon. Because it's going to be about a 21-hour flight to Pago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I could not do that.
A 21-hour flight?
No, could not.
What if it's first class? You get to recline. You get your own little dome. They're bringing you champagne and caviar.
Yeah, I don't think I could do
magazines,
that.
Fresh magazines.
Still don't think I could do that.
21 hours.
Yeah.
In the air.
Because from California to New Zealand, Australia area.
That's 17 hours.
That's another big long trip.
You don't want to do that.
Nope.
Yeah. Take a boat.
I'd love to go there, but I just don't know if I could do the flight. All right, we got a lot to get to here yet. So let's find out what's happening in the news.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Here are some of the stories that we're following for you today. As we first told you yesterday, Whirlpool Corporation making the surprise announcement yesterday that they're shifting to a more simplified and focused business model as part of their ongoing portfolio transformation. Part of that, yes, does include job cuts. In a prepared statement, the company confirmed the first wave of cuts were carried out yesterday. The next wave of job cuts anticipated sometime between now and early May. No number yet given as to how many job cuts there will be associated with this announcement. A company spokesperson said, gave us the official statement, the company has suffered a significant stock slide in the last 3 years, going from a high of $252 per share down to $106 per share. Yesterday at the close. St. Joseph City Commissioners have flexed their muscle and temporarily stopped the project to install new playground equipment at Silver Beach County Park until the county holds discussions with the city on policing and traffic issues. At their regular Monday meeting, the Berrien County Parks Department requested an amendment to the 1997 planned unit development designation for the park, so the new playground could go in this year. However, city commissioners said they first want to talk with the county on how to improve the traffic situation down there and how maybe they could get some more support for city police during the summer months. So some playground equipment is on hold. The kids are standing by crying right now. No, they're not. They still have playground equipment.
I'm standing by because I already told them that I want the old equipment in my backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they have a merry-go-round. Those are the best. Unless you have a full stomach from lunch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
not good.
So we'll stay tuned on that. I think they'll be able to work something out, but they have to do it this year. Otherwise, they might lose their grant. For the playground equipment. And then finally, be aware of traffic slowdowns and traffic backups on I-94. What a headache between Stevensville and Benton Harbor. They've already put out the orange barrels. A lot of people have seen the traffic designations change. Sometimes you see a state police officer not even letting folks on the on-ramp.
Really?
Because the area down there at Stevensville, exit 23, the merge it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so it was backing up traffic. So they're doing all kinds of impromptu things. But this is the start of a 3-year project, $204 million reconstruction project. MDOT tells us that they're rebuilding from Putz Road to Washington Avenue this year. And that's just the first part of the 3-year project. We'll tell you more about that at 8 o'clock.
All righty.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Sports on the way. Excuse me. Ugh.
You all right there?
Choked on coffee.
Oh,
Sports on the way here in just a minute. We'll also catch you up with what's happening around the state.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth.
Breathing in spit.
Feels like a Monday.
Mm-hmm. All right. Just the softball. You watch softball, right?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
all
It's
the time.
on the TV right now.
Oklahoma's win streak was broken.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They had a 71 game consecutive win
gosh.
streak.
Wow. 71 games?
71 games. They have not lost. They had not lost before yesterday. They had not lost since February 19th of last year.
Wow.
So yeah, they the crazy part about it, and they outscored their opponents during that win streak of 71 games, 578 to 72.
578
to 72.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were just dominating, but they lost to Louisiana.
No kidding.
7-5.
That had to be tough.
Yeah.
That's something else. Wow.
I mean, those win streaks, I mean, you see those in like college basketball, Connecticut, UConn. They the women's side had a 2-season long win streak that was like 70 games or something like that. It's like crazy to think about.
So, yeah. Huh. That's really interesting.
Yeah. So
I wonder what the makeup of their team is, if they have a lot of seniors or. Because when you see a win streak like that span 2 seasons, they had a great, strong junior team. They graduated up into seniors. They stuck together, kept going.
Yeah. Good
now they're just
recruiting
getting
class.
tired.
Yeah.
They probably said sooner or later we'll lose. Ha ha. Because it's the Oklahoma Sooners.
Get out. Just go.
Get it? Sooner or later.
Oh, I got it. I got it. All right. Playlist is all jacked up today.
What's going on?
I don't know. There's just all kinds of. I mean, I think it's me. In some cases, I'm having issues.
Did you stay up late last night?
No.
Okay.
Well, kind of. But it's there's little wacky things going on here for some reason.
Oh.
Some stuff missing and
just reboot the computer. See what happens.
Yeah. Just turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. Did you try doing that? Did you try rebooting the computer?
Yeah. All right.
Did you see there's a new report? I'm trying to get more information on this, but there's a new report out. It's already being blasted, but it says that electric vehicles may actually release more pollution than gas-powered vehicles.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was first published in 2022, but
what is being released out of there?
Pollution.
But like what kind of, where is it coming from? There's no exhaust for an electric vehicle, is there?
I think it's the let's see. EV cars are heavier.
Yeah.
Their tires emit more microplastics into the air.
Okay.
Let's see. So that's one. Microplastics. There's always been the theory that it takes more manufacturing processes and transportation for everything associated with an EV, or many things associated with an EV.
Okay.
So yeah, this is being challenged, but it's making the news again that they're saying new gasoline-powered vehicles don't release the same amount of emissions as older vehicles, and so that's one too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're saying new gas cars are actually cleaner.
So are they going to invent new tires for these electric vehicles? Because with them being heavier, people are going to go through tires a lot quicker. I mean, they're going to figure out some sort of way to.
I would hope so, because tires are expensive.
Yeah.
Tires are really expensive. And you don't want to breathe the little plastic things or rubber particles. I didn't realize that. I didn't even think about that, of the pollution from tire wear.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got to go somewhere. Where's it going? I thought it just stayed on the road.
Right, because I knew they said that the cars were heavier because of the extremely large battery packs.
Yeah, the average Hyundai electric vehicle weighs more than 3,700 pounds compared to the gas-powered alternative, which weighs 3,000 pounds. So a 700-pound difference.
That's crazy.
Volvo's EV weighs 4,600 pounds and change. Its gas-powered equivalent weighs almost 1,000 pounds less. Oh, dear. The Ford F-150 EV truck weighs 6,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds more than the gas option. So, yeah, I like your idea of reinventing the tire.
Yeah, we've reinvented the wheel. Let's reinvent the tire as well.
Excuse me. But if you think about it, when there's always a trade-off when you're doing stuff, or at least until you invent a new technology. Hopefully, they're not going to make them louder.
Yeah.
If something's more durable, hopefully it's not louder.
Right.
I don't want louder. Quiet down, roadway.
Bill said had lightning hit my house last night.
Oh no. Hope everything's okay, Bill. Hope you have the surge protectors in place.
When we were talking about hurricanes, Jeff says we'll be running through hurricane names real fast, A through Z. Wonder if this year we're going to be on male or female names.
Oh,
good question.
Let's look it up. Uh-oh. Oh, thanks.
I need more light.
That's what was wrong.
Yeah, so much better now.
Jeff, I think they're alternating.
They're alternating, so it won't just be all female or all male. They're just going to go bounce back and forth. Because they go A through Z, right? They start with A, or do they just pick up where they left off?
They
start
with
with A every season. Okay.
Yeah.
Alabaster. Alfred. Because I think they've had a Hurricane Albert. That sounds right.
Well, I'm looking at NOAA's website here, and I think I'm on the right one here. 2024 Alberto, Beryl, Beryl.
Alberto.
And Chris. Yeah, Alberto, Beryl, Chris, Debbie. See, so it looks like they're doing both.
No one wants to mess with Debbie.
Debbie.
That's
Here
my
comes
mom's
Debbie.
Name. That's my mom's name.
Uh-oh. How does she spell it?
D-E-B-B-I-E.
Okay, this is D-E-B-B-Y.
What?
And
that's DB. That is not Debbie.
And
that
then
is DB.
And then after Debbie is Ernesto.
Ernesto.
So hopefully Alberto and Ernesto don't cause a lot of trouble.
Okay.
Francine, Gordon, Helene, Isaac, Joyce, Kirk, Leslie, Milton, Nadine, Oscar, Patty, Raphael.
Jonny Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
You got any more?
Sarah, Tony, Valerie, and then William. And they stop at W.
Oh, all right. We were just going through the alphabetical list of what the hurricane names are going to be.
Yeah, I think that's what these are. The Atlantic. This is in the Atlantic anyway.
All right.
Or,
we'll keep our eyes on that.
Yes.
We've got some things to talk about here this morning. The governor's going to be on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Where's she going?
She's in Taiwan.
Oh.
As a matter of fact.
That's more than road tripping. That's
See, you were talking about not wanting to go to Pago Pago.
Just because it's so far. I mean, I'm sure it's beautiful, but it's just a long trip.
Yesterday, the Governor Gretchen Whitmer, began a 5-day investment mission to Taiwan and South Korea.
Whoa.
Yeah, during the trip, the governor announced the opening of the Michigan-Taiwan office and focused on securing investments in key industries like automotive, semiconductors, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing to create a good-paying job environment and bring critical supply chain relationships back home to Michigan.
All right.
So she's in Taiwan, Taipei, Taiwan, as a matter of fact. Long trip.
Yeah, that is a long trip. You don't usually see governors going.
You do. They don't
publicize it too much.
You don't often see it publicized because sometimes when politicians go traveling, they say, "Oh, well, it's nice that you can go on vacation, but we got stuff to deal with back here in the state." But it's
this
also
has
important
to deal with the state.
It's also very important for economic development,
right?
And I mean, she put out a news release to say, here I am, here's what I'm doing, and here's why,
Yeah.
which is important.
Mhm.
I do wonder about the political ramifications here, because you think about Taiwan, you
Mhm.
think about the current consternation that China has with the United States for
Mhm.
continuing to recognize the democracy in Taiwan. And you've got somebody who might want to be president
Right.
going to Taiwan right now.
Mm.
Could be interesting. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not as well, my friend.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'll take a breath.
Well, I look forward to hearing more about her
Yeah.
recap of her trip.
Yeah.
Speaking of people that use a lot of stuff from other countries, including Apple,
Mhm.
your favorite place,
Yes.
they were fined almost $2 billion
Whoa.
by the European Union.
Oh, again?
And this is probably because
The European Union hates Apple.
yeah.
They
I
do.
mean, they're the ones that push them into the USB-C
That's right.
universal plug-in charger
Yeah.
thing.
Which I'm okay with.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of walking around with, wait, do you have a lightning charger? Oh, do you have this charger? Oh, no, you have that. Oh, I can't do that. And it's like,
Yeah. It forces you to say the word dongle. So
yeah. Oh, do you have a dongle?
Do you have the right dongle? No.
Oh, yeah. You can do
You
all
can
these.
buy a dongle for $60.
You can do all these things with Apple. You just got to buy the dongle for it. It's like, come on. That is the one word that I do. Algorithm is a
And
word,
dongle.
and dongle.
Yeah.
Two words that it's like overused by people. So $2 billion with a fine of almost $200, and Spotify excited about it, I'm sure. This comes after a multi-year investigation that found Apple was violating antitrust laws. Basically, Apple was breaking competition rules for over a decade by unfairly favoring its own music streaming services. So it meant that users were paying higher prices to stream music, and it all started with complaints from Spotify. Apple says that it will appeal the fine of $2 billion. Probably why you turn on your phone or get in your car and you end up having the same song play over and over again.
I wonder if I could sue Apple for that happening.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe I'll call the EU and see what's happening over there. But what's the EU alternative? What do they say is better than Apple Music over there?
Well, I mean, they don't want you to
Spotify,
block
I
other
guess.
companies like Spotify
I can
or
get
even
Spotify.
Amazon's Prime Music.
Yeah, Amazon Music, Spotify, Deezer. They have Deezer over there.
Ooh, Deezer.
Deezer.
So yeah, they're going to appeal this whole thing, and said that the decision was reached despite this European Union's Commission's failure to uncover any credible evidence of consumer harm and ignore the realities of a market that is thriving, competitive, and growing fast.
You know who wins in that one?
Nobody?
The attorneys.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. Basically, it sounds like more of the European Union stepping in for Spotify and saying like, all right, guys, let's break this up. Let's figure this all out.
Yeah. Let's level the playing field a little.
All right. So other things, you got anything else on your list of?
Let's see. What did we talk about? We talked about that.
We'll talk a little bit after
And
8
that.
o'clock as well. So if you want to hold on to it.
We already talked about the Ferrari.
We did talk about the Ferrari.
I love talking about the Ferrari.
We'll talk about some more things in just a little bit.
Yeah, one that we should talk about a little bit later is credit cards, the Biden administration.
Oh.
And Cookie Monster.
Credit cards and Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
I love it. We'll do that in just a little while.
Okay.
We'll also have your Moody on the Market update coming up here next. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Who would be there to tell us if the band left them begging for more? To bring us the class.
We'll talk in just about 30 seconds here.
Okay. If it's Moody, are we doing our Moody next?
Moody on the Market.
Let's roll back to the Connexus one because that happened late on a Friday.
Yeah, it did.
Late on a Friday.
Late on a Friday. Doodle doodle dear dear.
94.9 WSJM.
Want to know what's going on with Southwest Michigan's business? We got you covered at moodyonthemarket.com and the Moody on the Market app. Our team of contributors always on it, telling you about business updates as well as interesting people you should know. in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here with all this rain.
Yeah.
I'm still
Hey,
loving it.
You got to
Still
fill the
loving it.
lake somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the streams and the watershed. It's
That's
all
right.
about the watershed today.
Yes.
All right, your Moody on the Market update, where we tell you about some of those stories brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
And one of the Moody on the Market stories that we first brought to you on Friday, but it was late on Friday. People were heading out to the weekend. So we thought, well, let's bring it to you back here just to remind you that it's out there. The economic development nonprofit Connexus Group of Southwest Michigan announcing late last week the acquisition of a for-profit human resources company based out of Grand Rapids. Making the announcement to employees, Connexus Group CEO Todd Gustafson confirmed that the group purchased HR Collaborative. It's a human resource management and consulting firm. Like I say, they're based in Grand Rapids. He said employers have been sharing with them for a long time that there's a need for specific HR subject matter expertise in their companies. And when they see a gap, they gather the resources to collaboratively solve the issues. And he said the acquisition comes at a time of need where employers are facing an unprecedented amount of labor and skill shortages across every sector and every region in the country, especially Michigan, where the population is declining, aging, and is less educated, resulting in a bottom 10 states in those critical economic indicators. That's according to Gustafson.
Yeah, and he also said that this move has been in the works for the last 12 months and will help Connexus Group achieve its ongoing mission. He said that his group has formed a new subsidiary called Connexus HR. It's a for-profit team that technically acquired HR Collaborative for an undisclosed amount.
Yeah, so the Connexus Group describes itself as a family of organizations committed to inspiring positive economic change, one person, one business, one community at a time. Their nonprofit pinpoints challenges and issues that keep the state from thriving and addresses gaps in workforce, community, and business development. This is not the nonprofit; it is part of the profit, and so excited to see what they have in store there. You can see the full interview with Todd Gustafson, the CEO of Connexus Group, on our social media page, moodyonthemarket.com.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. At Facebook, YouTube, got it up there.
Is it on the website as well?
It's on the website as well.
Look
at that. Yeah, we're everywhere.
Look at that. Fancy.
Check out that article at moodyonthemarket.com.
It's actually how I get paid. I get an envelope and it says there's an undisclosed amount. Usually it's been undisclosed and it's not even in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Undisclosed.
That's what it says. It doesn't say a dollar amount on the end of the paycheck. It just says undisclosed.
Pay to the order of undisclosed.
Yeah. I have my paychecks are just made out to cash. So that's how it goes. All right. You check those stories out and do all that and see not only that one, but some other great stories as well. Your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
We're watching over you. IMS Insurance Management Service.
Reach Brant and Terra Quality of IMS.
All right.
You're hitting those buttons hard over there.
Yeah. Smacking them
today. Should we get a new board? Do we need a new board?
No, but I did see somebody, Rick Dees is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Weekly Top 40. He
Disco Duck.
He had he came into radio back when they had the rotary dials.
Yes,
for all the
potentiometers.
things.
Yes.
He had one custom made, and it's digital. And it's awesome. It's amazing. But I guess I saw a radio station somewhere that had, I think it's made by a company called SAS.
Okay.
And that company built another one for another radio company, like just the turn radio dials instead of the slider up.
Yeah.
Which I think are pretty cool.
The turn?
Yeah, the turn dial ones. When I first got here, one of our news studios had that in there, and that's how I ran Tigers games. I had to go to the patch bay and do all these things, and then I had to turn these dials. I thought I was like working for like a nuclear power company. He's like, gotta wheel this, and wheel it open.
Yeah.
Turn open the hatch bay.
I must say I do prefer the sliders because it's a lot faster to get up or pull down.
Yeah.
And you can immediately visually see where they are. But
but you get a better exercise with the with the turn dials. Your wrists, you keep the carpal tunnel at bay.
That's true. I think.
No,
said
not.
Somebody.
Yeah, sure.
Somewhere.
Sure, we'll run with that. All right, running a little early today.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Just got,
look at that.
Did you see, I just got something in from the KitchenAid Senior PGA folks.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't check my email.
They send important stuff.
Do they?
Yeah, this one will be a good one. We'll save this one for next hour. Next hour.
I'm getting a lot of gaming and casino emails.
Why is that, Johnny?
I don't know. Maybe I have a problem.
I think this is National
I think that's my
Gambling Problem
my
Month.
paycheck. That's why my paycheck is an undisclosed amount, because they don't want me to have it.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
No, there's no sports ball betting going on anytime soon. We're looking at more of I think, can you bet on the tournament? You can bet on the
What are
tournament.
you talking
right?
about? The March Madness?
Yeah, you can bet on those games, right?
You can bet on anything.
Okay.
Yeah, why
Well,
not?
maybe I will.
Honestly, Jocelyn, I was just looking.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because we have to do the bracket thing too. Anyone doing the bracket out there? We used to do it in the office, and I'm pretty sure they were just coming to me for my money.
When I first
sweeten the pot.
When I first got here, not the March Madness, but the Super Bowl, we had you play the squares game where you pick, they do the squares like 1 through 9 or 0 through 9, and you just pick a random square in the grid, and you pay like $1 or something like that, and everything from what the first quarter score is, second quarter, so on, halftime score, end game score, what those are, you win money if it lands on your grid, and because it's usually like the last digits of the game. So I won a ton of money that year.
JM.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Smashing the buttons this morning. You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email letstalk@WSJM.com. We're on our Facebook, YouTube, and X for a little while longer. You had something you said we should save for the next hour, but
so
we're
talk
not
about that
quite there to the next hour yet.
We can talk about Cookie Monster and credit cards. First, credit cards.
You want to talk about those later?
No,
at
we'll
like
talk about those
8:10?
now.
Talk about those right now?
Well, I mean, if you want to. Credit cards.
Give me a credit card.
Biden administration is moving to cap credit card late fees at $8.
Really?
You okay with that?
So, well, how much does this change things? So
a lot. The average credit card late fee right now is around $32. That's according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That is a federal agency that works for the Biden administration. The Biden administration moving to cap credit card late fees at $8. It's the latest effort in what the White House hopes is their push to end what they call junk fees, and a move regulators will say will save Americans up to $10 billion a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so taking the average credit card late fee from $32 down to $8. President Biden plans to highlight that proposal. A lot of things get floated this week because Thursday is the State of the Union address.
Right.
So the administration is like, oh, well, a couple of weeks ago, I forgave some student loans, even though Congress didn't want me to. And this week we floated the credit card fee. So this is really kind of trying to talk to Americans about his agenda. And oh, by the way, it is 2024 and it's a presidential election year. So.
And are these things that will happen, or he's proposing it? It's like maybe he's
going to go as far as he can with the federal administration, the departments and such. But sometimes Congress gets wind of these things, doesn't like them. The bank lobbyists come in and say, hey, we're going to start losing money. You can't do that because if you do, we're going to take it from somewhere else.
Right, because that's a major
$10 billion.
Yeah.
So Biden says he's forming a strike force
Ooh, Strike Force credit card
to crack down, on unfair pricing on things like groceries and prescription drugs. So that's something else.
That will be interesting.
Yeah.
Because
Credit cards,
not
groceries.
only that, and then if they could take some of the interest rates off of credit cards as well, because those are crazy.
And monthly payments.
Yeah. And it's like, oh man.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, when you start to carry a balance, that stuff starts to go up quite a lot.
Yeah,
So, and a lot of people are.
Yeah. Well, and you're right. I mean, I don't have the stat in front of me, but a lot of people are carrying. A lot more people these days are carrying credit card debt than were last year, the year before that. It's just starting to rack up, and so this is a hot button issue the administration is looking at, has decided to wade in on, and conveniently, it's right in front of the State of the Union address.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Cookie Monster is out there this week.
What's he doing? Is he on campaign trail?
He's taking a stance on, well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You should probably look at him. Cookie Monster is taking a stance on a very real and controversial trend in the U.S. economy, shrinkflation.
Oh, like smaller cookies?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he says that he is mad about shrinkflation. He posted on X. So this is a coordinated campaign.
Cookie Monster has an X account?
Monster has an X account. He's angry about shrinkflation. He says, quote, "Me hate shrinkflation. Me cookies are getting smaller."
Me hate shrinkflation. You have to do it in the Cookie Monster
He
voice.
also said, "Guess me going to have to eat double the cookies." Yeah. It'll hurt my voice if I do.
It sounds so weird when you just do it like that. Me thinks.
Me hate shrinkflation.
Me hate shrinkflation. That's how you got to do it.
It hurts your voice.
It does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So Cookie Monster weighing in on that, sparking an online discussion, and surprise, surprise, conveniently, some politicians weighed in on the same thing. Democrat Senator Sherrod Brown of Ohio chiming in on Cookie Monster's post, saying big corporations shrink the size of their products without shrinking their prices, all to pay for CEO bonuses. He says people in the state of Ohio are fed up. They should get all the cookie they pay for.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that everywhere. I mean, I had a cheeseburger the other day, and I was surprised that it was like a normal size.
Yeah.
Most other times you get a cheeseburger and the buns and everything just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. I'm like, this is supposed to be a big sandwich. It's not. I'd like to weigh the quarter pounder and see if the quarter pounder is still a quarter pound.
Yeah, this shrinkflation. This is another thing, another political thing, because you had Sherrod Brown, Democrat senator from Ohio, Democrat Bob Casey of Pennsylvania weighed in as well. Senator Elizabeth Warren weighed in.
Yeah,
so I mean, it is interesting to see how the machine is moving right now, and to get Cookie Monster out there on an issue.
Oh yeah,
like shrinkflation. It's interesting.
There you go, Cookie Monster. He's going to be like Secretary of Commerce or something.
Yeah,
like
where's
that.
Oscar the Grouch?
He'll be.
I want to know what he thinks about this.
Well, I mean, maybe they'll have him talk about housing insecurity.
Well,
he lives in a trash can, so he's homeless.
Poor guy.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's interesting that they're having Sesame Street characters come into the political world.
Yeah, Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, love Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out what's happening in the news this morning. WSJM News is brought to you by our friends at McGee's Heating and Air. Feel at ease with McGee's.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Here are some of the stories that we're talking about today. As we first told you yesterday, Whirlpool Corporation making the surprise announcement yesterday that they're shifting to a more simplified and focused business model as part of their ongoing portfolio transformation. And part of that shift, yes, did include job cuts. In a prepared statement, the company confirmed the first wave of cuts were carried out yesterday. The next wave of job cuts are anticipated between now and early May. No word yet on the number of job cuts associated with this announcement. By the way, the company has suffered a significant stock slide in the last 3 years, going from a high of $252 per share to yesterday's close just above $106 per share. St. Joseph City Commissioners have flexed their muscle and temporarily stopped the project to install new playground equipment at Silver Beach County Park until the county holds discussions with the city on policing and traffic. At their regular Monday meeting, the Berrien County Parks Department requested an amendment to get the new playground equipment into the park this year. However, commissioners said first, they want talks on improving the traffic situation at Silver Beach and support for city police during the summer months. Berrien County Corporate Counsel Thaddeus Hackworth said county staff will talk with city staff, but he asked that the playground work be allowed to proceed.
We're obviously not in a position in this forum to come up with a solution that's going to be a panacea for all the traffic issues that are down there, but I think we can offer a firm commitment for county staff to meet with city staff on a regular basis going forward to talk through these issues.
Commissioners and the members of the public who spoke during the meeting said they need more from the county to address those problems that they say have existed for many years. We asked Mayor Brooke Thomas if she's concerned about any delays and how that might jeopardize the playground project.
I think the community recognizes its importance and they want to see this come to fruition. So I don't think that the parking and the traffic issues are going to prevent it. I just think they want to feel heard. The community wants to feel heard and that we can find a solution that works for everybody.
An $850,000 state grant for new playground equipment could be in jeopardy if there aren't contracts in place by the end of the year. Commissioners did table the county's request until their next meeting about 3 weeks from now, so city and county staff could gather and discuss the issue.
All right.
Yeah. And one final one, be aware of traffic slowdowns and traffic backups on I-94. If you're in it, you know, between Stevensville and Benton Harbor, the orange barrels that are already out there, it's part of a $204 million construction project. It's going to take place over 3 years. Michigan Department of Transportation's Nick Sharippa tells us they're rebuilding Putz Road all the way to Washington Avenue this year, and that is just the first phase.
Eastbound and westbound, including those bridges over Red Arrow Highway at exit 23. We'll have 2 lanes of traffic open in each direction, not just this year, but every year for the next 3 years. So while the westbound stuff is being done, we'll move everybody to the eastbound side. And that's kind of the first half of this year. Then probably in July-ish, we'll move everybody back over to the westbound side, the newly built westbound side, and work on the eastbound.
The work will include the replacement of 4 bridges. Wow. And the repair of 9 others. That's going to be a lot of work. At different points throughout the project, there will be some ramp closures and detours with only 2 lanes of traffic open in each direction throughout the project. Drivers can expect a lot of slow going.
All right.
So be aware of that. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Sports coming up here in just a moment. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. It's super
Extended version.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right, everybody. That about does it.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the rain. That looks like it stopped.
Give me cookies.
Mean-low like shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation make me hungry.
Okay. Now we're getting creepy. All right. Everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you again.